शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति 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 शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव यशस्वी भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आरोग्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषशतीन्द्रिय आयुष्याविन्द्रिय प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषो शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिः प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषो शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिः प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषो शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिः प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान् भव
शतमानं भवति शतयु पुरुषो शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्यविन्द्रिः प्रतितिष्ठति
आयुष्यवान्
प्रतितिष्ठति
आरोग्यवान् भव
प्रतितिष्ठति
सौभाग्यवान् भव
प्रतितिष्ठति
आरोग्यवान् भव
प्रतितिष्ठति
सौभाग्यवान् भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव यशस्वी भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव यशस्वी भव सौभाग्यवान् भव आयुष्यवान् भव आरोग्यवान् भव सौभाग्यवान् भव
The truth is one. The wise perceive it in many ways. Cosmic reality is one. Every perception of reality is wise. All perceptions of the one reality are wise. So why conflict at all? Ekam sat vibrahai bahuta vadanti. Ekam sat vibrahai bahuta vadanti. Oh, 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 oh. Ekam sat vibrahai bahuta vadanti. Ekam sat vibrahai bahuta vadanti. Oh, oh, oh,
Namaste. Welcome to the Global Limitless Field Experience. Welcome to Ekam Kshetra. Let us now joyfully invite Sri Krishnaji to speak to all of us.
Namaste. How are you? How are you all doing? This month of March was a magical month. Many of you had participated in the World Oneness Day. So, how are you all doing after having participated in such a massive, beautiful, grand event? Lovely. As the clouds of COVID come rolling again, please do not be scared. I want you to know that those of you who are practicing the 5 Langanams or the 5 fasting practices as taught by Sri Preethaji have nothing to fear. You will either be unaffected by COVID or it will pass over you like a white cloud without hurting you. If you have not heard that message, I suggest that you go back and hear it and follow it too. Of course, you must all definitely continue to wear your masks, sanitize your hands frequently, and maintain a certain social distance and live your lives to the fullest. You know, there is no reason to stop living and doing the things you love just because you fear COVID. This virus will remain with humanity like any other influenza virus and will affect you only if your immune system is weak, not otherwise. Let me lead you into a prayer now. Please close your eyes for a few moments. Get centered in your heart and feel your divine, your Antaryamin in your heart, your indweller in your heart. Pray that all the medical professionals and all the frontliners be safe. Also ask the divine to give every one of you special blessings of protection from COVID.
हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः।
Please open your eyes. Today, the limitless field meditation will be a very special one. Enormous divine power will flow through. This month, on the 7th of March, we celebrated Sri Bhagavan's Janmadina, or the birthday celebrations, as the first ever World Oneness Day. Great blessings and good karma will flow to all of you who serve the cause of Loka Kalyana with devotion in every way. All who did seva for the World Oneness Day, could you please put up your hands and hold them that way for a few seconds? I want to see you. Thank you. You may bring your hands down. Your tapas, your Ekam Japa, your Deekshas, your prayers, your seva has helped in pushing humanity's consciousness towards greater oneness. I want you all to really take that into your heart. It is something very beautiful and marvelous that all of you have done. A world oneness wave was generated in humanity's consciousness with your Diksha, with Preethaji's and mine Mahatapas, and Sri Amma and Sri Bhagwan's blessings. At the consciousness plane, so much of darkness was dispelled by light and oneness that single day. Do you all want to know the scale at which the World Oneness Day happened? The World Oneness Wave has had a potential to reach nearly 220 million people across the world. Yes, that was the reach, the potential reach we had on that day. 220 million. And yes, there were two institutions, the HeartMath Institute and the Global Coherence Pulse, who were partnering with us on the World Oneness Day to see if the impact we were generating in consciousness could be measured on certain equipments. Just as the human heart has a pulse, the earth has a pulse. And just as the human brain has a beat or rhythm, the earth too has its rhythm. And there are instruments called magnetometers that are measuring this resonance in different parts of the world on a daily basis. That graph you see is given to us by HeartMath Institute. You see how the Earth's resonance is on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th of March. And come 7th of March, you see the chaos subsiding and a greater harmony in the waves on the graph. Are you all able to see that? This is something very beautiful and magnificent. Take some time to observe it. This is scientific data. This harmony that you see is global. You can see it in California, Saudi Arabia, Lithuania, Canada, and New Zealand. This coherence, this is very interesting. This coherence not only existed on the 7th of March, it continued to exist on the 8th and the 9th as well. This is a very interesting observation of the impact of our Diksha on Earth's consciousness, I would say. And this is good. Very good. Are you all happy? Fulfilled? And these institutions will continue to work with us to see and study patterns of impact of our major events. Sri Preethaji and I thank both the HeartMath team and the Global Coherence Pulse team for their immense cooperation. Being a mystic, I know technology is still in very infantile stages in its study of consciousness. A lot of work has to happen in the scientific community to understand phenomena in consciousness. Science still has to study the birth of consciousness at conception, the departure of consciousness at death, to understand consciousness in sleep, in coma, and in near death experiences. It has to study the various states of bliss, compassion, and peace. Science is yet to understand Kundalini and the various spiritual experiences of the Pranamaya Kosha. Science is currently evolving into a measuring and validating agent, but the next phase of scientific evolution has to be to understand the mystic world. To come to terms with the mystic world, which is in fact more subjective than the quantum world, will be very challenging for science. But this is necessary. I look forward to this wedding between science and spirituality. Ekam would partner with the scientific community of the world to carry forward this dialogue, which will be of extraordinary significance for the future. Now, listen to what I am about to say with great attention. COVID and many other circumstances will come and go in the world. Economies will fall and revive. With the divine standing with you, this also will pass like a dream. While the drama of life continues to unfold all around you, let your vision to become a Sampurna Jivan Mukta, or a being who is totally enlightened, remain unshaken. Your mukti is mukti of humankind. Your enlightenment is enlightenment of humankind. Many of you have experienced profound enlightened states of consciousness at the Ekam Enlightenment Festival and other events. But that is not the end of the journey. These experiences and states establish you in faith. In faith that such a state does exist, that it is not a fiction. They will establish you in faith that you can become a Jivan Mukta, a total liberated being. One of my young disciples, who is training to be an Ekam Dasa, said that she had become tired of seeking enlightenment over the past 3 years. A state beyond the mind had in fact begun to doubt if such a state exists at all, until the previous Enlightenment Festival. In the previous Enlightenment Festival, she experienced God consciousness for the first time. And what is this experience? She was in God, and God was in her. She was in Hiranyagarbha, golden orb, and Hiranyagarbha, golden orb was in her. She was one with the divine. It was a state of union beyond words could ever describe. She was the Ekam Mantra, Hamsa Soham Ekam. After After an experience of that enlightened state of consciousness, she is established in faith. Faith in enlightenment itself. Faith in a state beyond the mind. Faith in union with God as a distinct possibility for her, not just for some sage in the past. But this faith is the beginning of the journey to great liberation or Sampurna Jivan Mukti. Sampurna Jivan Mukti or total enlightenment is both self-realization and God realization. What is the path of self-realization? It is the total cessation of suffering. The edifice of suffering stands on 7 pillars. As each of these pillars is removed, the edifice that has stood for several lifetimes comes to dust, which is Sampurna Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti is liberation from ego. Jivan Mukti is liberation from craving. Jivan Mukti is liberation from vasanas. Jivan Mukti is liberation of the body. Jivan Mukti is liberation from mind. Jivan Mukti is liberation from ignorance. Jivan Mukti is liberation from illusory self. As the edifice of suffering collapses, there is self-realization. This is Ekam Pata, or the path of Ekam. Close your eyes for a few minutes and listen to this teaching in Sanskrit as a shloka.
अहंकारान् मुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः तृष्णान् मुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः वासनेभ्यः मुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः देहान् मुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः मनसः विमुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः अज्ञानान् मुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः अनात्मात् विमुक्तिः जीवन मुक्तिः एष एव आत्मसाक्षात्कारः अयमेव एकं पतः
Please open your eyes. What then is the path to God realization? The journey of Bhagavat Sakshatkara or God realization is from Aparichya to Ekatva, from being a stranger to God to becoming one with God. This is like the blossoming of a 7-layered lotus bud. As each layer of petal opens, the fragrance from the core of the lotus begins to permeate the world. The first layer of this flowering is apakwa, or being immature with God. The second layer of this flowering is adarsha, or being an idealist for God. The third layer of this flowering is anuraga, or being in love with God. The fourth layer of this flowering is daivatva, or the body awakening to divinity. The fifth layer is parabhakti, or being a knower of God. The sixth layer of this flowering is prapatti, or being in surrender to God. The seventh layer of this flowering is ekatva, or being one with God. This God realization, this is Ekam Pata, or the path of Ekam. Close your eyes for a few minutes and listen to this teaching in Sanskrit as a shloka.
प्रथमस्तरो उद्घाटनम् अपक्वत्वम् इत्युक्ते परमात्मना सह अपक्वभावः। द्वितीयस्तरो उद्घाटनम् आदर्शः इत्युक्ते भगवते आदर्शवादिनः भवितव्यम्। तृतीयस्तर उद्घाटनः अनुरागः ईश्वरेण सह स्नेहभावः। तुरीयस्तरविकसनम् श्रेष्ठभक्तिः भगवद्महिमानां शोधनम्। पञ्चस्तरो उद्घाटनम् प्रपत्तिः इत्युक्ते भगवते शरणागतिं भावः। षटस्तरो उद्घाटनम् एकत्वम् इत्युक्ते परमात्मने ऐक्यत्वम्। एतदेव भगवत्साक्षात्कारम् अयमेव एकं पथः।
Please open your eyes. To create oneness in humanity by creating a phase transition in the human collective consciousness has been Sri Amma and Sri Bhagavan's vision for decades. Sri Amma and Sri Bhagavan, with their tireless efforts, have elevated millions of ordinary men and women all over the world into seekers of enlightenment or mukti. This is a phenomenon that had not happened since about 2500 years ago in the world. 2500 years ago in the world. And Sri Preethaji and I have now taken up the fulfillment of this vision. The vision to create 74,000 Sampurna Jivan Muktas, beings who live with a liberated consciousness. This is the single most important vision of my life. This is why I am on earth. This has been the singular vision of Sri Preethaji. And this is why all of you have taken birth at this point of time. It is to create these Jivan Muktas that Sri Preethaji and I are beginning Ekam Tapas, a 42-day journey divided into 6 weeks on specially designated campuses around Ekam. It is only focused on delivering enlightenment to the seekers and nothing else. It is an intense journey into self-realization and God realization. I want you to understand these 6 weeks are not progressive levels. This journey is like a circular mandala. You can plug into Ekam Tapas any week and complete the 6-week journey at your own pace. We will only be taking in 108 seekers each week. And for the last 2 weeks of this journey, this is very important. For the last 2 weeks of the journey, you need to be an active Ekam Mithra who is contributing to humanity's enlightenment. This Ekam Tapas will be led by Ekam Dasas who are themselves in tapas. And please note that Ekam Tapas is only for the Deeksha Givers, Ekam Meditators, and Ekam Mithras. The first 4 weeks of tapas is for all the Deeksha Givers, Ekam Meditators, and Ekam Mithras. While the last 2 weeks of Ekam Tapas is only for the Ekam Mithras. You need to have earned the spiritual good karma of having given Deeksha to others as part of your service for humanity's enlightenment to be able to go through the tapas. And all we need is only 74,000 Jivan Muktas, which is 0.001% of humanity to create a phase transition. Already in certain countries, we have reached the saturation. We have as many Deeksha givers as we need. We do not need any more in these countries. We will only be taking these seekers for Ekam Tapas towards becoming Jivan Muktas, enlightened beings or liberated beings. As soon as these Deeksha givers opt for Ekam Tapas, we will stop the inflow for that country. Do you want to know some of the countries that have already reached their targets? They are India, New Zealand, Finland, Lithuania, and Singapore. We have already crossed the required mark of Deeksha givers. Sweden, we are almost there. In some other countries, we have a bigger climb to reach the required number of Deeksha givers. If you're passionate about the tapas for your mukti or enlightenment, go to Ekam Tapas page on ekam.org and apply. And even though all Deeksha givers may apply, this is again important. You will be invited for Ekam Tapas on a selection basis only. If you are not yet a Deeksha giver, a Mithra or a meditator, your journey begins with participating in an online global Deeksha event. We have kept this way because you know that whatever Preethaji and I create is truly for world transformation. You know that we are totally dedicated for this mission. And for you to become a Jivan Mukta, for you to become an enlightened one, you have to have your involvement in spiritual work. You have to grow, you have to transform. You must be a passionate seeker, and you must be a passionate being who wants to bring about a transformation in humanity's consciousness. And that is why we decided that Ekam Tapas, this powerful enlightenment journey, 42 days journey, will only be for Deeksha givers, Ekam meditators, and Ekam Mithras. So, a new phase of our work begins now. A new movement in human consciousness towards oneness begins. Let us move into the limitless field now.
In a few moments from now, we will move into the limitless field experience with Sri Krishnaji. A limitless field is a field of energy and spiritual power that is generated when Sri Preethaji and Sri Krishnaji move into an enlightened state of Ekam or non-dual oneness. In this highest state that is possible for the human body, they generate a field of consciousness that can impact people across space. To receive the blessings flowing from the limitless field, distance does not matter. Sitting in your homes, you can receive them. All it needs is a heart that is open to receiving and experiencing. Regardless of your personal religious faith and belief, every human being on this planet can receive the benefits of the limitless field. When you enter the limitless field, your body, your mind, and your consciousness are impacted. Today, as you move into the limitless field experience, Sri Krishnaji would wordlessly connect with you and transfer blessings to lead your consciousness into an awakening to the sacred experience of the divine. During the limitless field, we will collectively be chanting the Ekam Mantra, which is Hamsa Soham Ekam. This chant is an invocation of the divine to flow into your consciousness. Entering the limitless field is entering a sacred experience. Hence, we request you to sit still and not move around during this time. Kindly put your mobile phones on silence and please move into total silence. Please do not speak. Only by being in silence can you tune into the limitless field and receive the profound experience it can give you. Please be seated with your spine erect, either on a chair or on the floor. Gently join your palms at your heart center. Slowly breathe into your heart center, being totally aware of each breath. You may have your eyes open. Look at Sri Krishnaji and ask for a beautiful and a powerful experience of the divine to happen to you in the limitless field. Gently close your eyes, relax your palms, place them on your thighs with palms facing upwards. You will now invite the divine or the universal intelligence to flow into you through 4 spiritual doors in your consciousness. Move your awareness to your heart center now. See and feel a swirling golden energy at your heart. Invite the divine to come in through the doorway of your heart, your anahata, and fill your consciousness with the sacred presence.
Om Maha 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 Om महः ॐ महः ॐ महः
Gently move your awareness to the center of your throat. See and feel a swirling golden energy at your throat center. Invite the divine to come in through the doorway of your throat, the Vishuddha, and fill you with the sacred presence.
ॐ जनः 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 ॐ जनः
Slowly move your awareness to the center of your eyebrows. See and feel a swirling golden energy at your eyebrow center. Invite the divine to come in through the doorway of your third eye, your Ajna, and fill you with the sacred presence.
ॐ तपः 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 ॐ तपः
Move your awareness to the center of your crown. See and feel a swirling golden energy at the crown of your head. Invite the divine to come in through the doorway of your crown, your Sahasrara, and fill you with the divine presence.
ॐ सत्यम् ॐ सत्यम् ॐ सत्यम् ॐ सत्यम् ॐ सत्यम् ॐ सत्यम् ॐ Satyam Ogum Satyam Ogum Satyam Ogum Satyam Ogum Satyam Ogum Satyam.
Let us now move into chanting the Ekam Mantra, Hamsa Soham Ekam. As you chant this mantra, yourself expands. You flow into the divine, and the divine flows into you.
Hamsa Soham Ekam. 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 Hamsa Soham Ekam.
Please raise your awareness to the middle of your brain. Hold your attention there at the center of your head. As Sri Krishnaji awakens your consciousness to a beautiful state of being one in the divine presence. You may now gently open your eyes. Sri Preethaji will be leading the global manifest for awakening intelligence for career excellence. On that day, Sri Preethaji will be leading you through powerful mystical journeys and sharing powerful insights that would revolutionize your experience of work life completely. Manifest for international participants will be on March 28th. All the international participants from the eastern part of the globe, your manifest will happen from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. All international participants from the western part of the globe, your manifest will happen from 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. This is Indian Standard Time. And for all the Indian participants, Manifest for Career Excellence would be on April 4th from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Indian time. Kindly make note of these details. It is on your screen right now. Another exciting information for all the Indian seekers is that Sri Preethaji will be traveling across India leading a 3-day spiritual immersion event called Bodhi. In Bodhi, Sri Preethaji will lead you away from struggle for survival, longing for love, and the enormous discontent of everyday living. And you will awaken to a live wire connection with the greater intelligence, with the divine that pervades the universe. You will drink from the fountain of causeless love, bliss, and oneness in the presence of Sri Preethaji. The first of Bodhi events is happening in Vishakhapatnam on the 16th, 17th, and 18th of April. Kindly visit ekam.org/Bodhi to know all the information. It was immensely joyful to be together in the Limitless Field experience in the presence of Sri Krishnaji. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Hamsa soham ekam. 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 Ekam Hamsa Soham 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 Ekam Hamsa